Here we're going to go over the basic definitions of protectionism and its main forms. Protectionist policies are government policies that have the goal and effect of reducing or blocking international trade. Protectionist policies are typically motivated by a desire to protect domestic firms and workers from competition from imports. There are several methods that governments can use to limit international trade. Let's go over the main three forms of protectionism. First is tariffs, which are taxes on imports. By levying a tax on imports, a government increases the price that domestic consumers must pay in order for foreign producers to receive any given price for selling their goods. Next is import quotas, which are limits on the quantity of a product that can be imported. Import quotas can be targeted to specific countries or to specific regions, or they can set a broad limit on imports from anywhere. A form of protectionism that combines tariffs and quotas is called a tariff rate quota, or TRQ. Tariff rate quotas are restrictions that allow a certain quantity of a good to be imported tariff-free or at a low tariff rate, and then imposes a higher tariff rate on any amount of the product imported beyond that limit. For example, in 2015, Australia was permitted to import approximately 418,000 tons of beef to the United States with no tariff, but the United States imposed a tariff of 21.1% on any beef beyond that amount imported from Australia. The third main form of protectionism is called non-tariff barriers to trade, which is a broad class of actions, rules, and regulations that can reduce or increase the price of imports. It basically includes any barrier to trade other than tariffs. Some people classify quotas as non-tariff barriers as well. Standards for imports is one of the most common forms of non-tariff barriers to trade. Although things like health and safety standards, environmental regulations, and rules on labeling of imported goods can all be imposed for other legitimate reasons, a country can also use these as a tool to make it more difficult and expensive for foreign producers to sell their goods in their country. A country can require firms that import products from abroad to apply for and maintain licenses to do so. The cost and complexity of licensing procedures can be used as a barrier to trade that acts as a deterrent to some firms to importing. A country can use subsidies to domestic producers to give domestic producers an advantage over foreign competition. If a domestic producer receives subsidies, it can sell its product to consumers at a lower price than foreign competitors that have the same or even lower costs. Non-tariff barriers to trade can take other forms as well.